Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is day 35 of daily CGI. Something a little more interesting today. I did a 3D model, or a rough 3D model that is, of a Nintendo Entertainment System-esque product. I labeled mine a little bit differently. Mine's the nondescript entertainment unit, and it's not one-to-one. It's not, well, I mean, it's pretty close in terms of measurements, but it's not perfect. It's hard to. I was just eyeing it, like, based on the real entertainment system, and it's just kind of without the reference image with the side-on view and the front and the top-down. It's kind of difficult. So I just did my best estimate. Got some detail here and there, some sharp edges, some beveled and whatnot. It was just really for me to be able to experiment with different methods in Blender. For example, choosing which edges to bevel versus when to use the bevel modifier, when to use subdivision surface modifier and when not to, and what impact that can have on other sort of modifiers and other sort of methods that you're using. It's a bit janky. Like, these are just clipping through the surface right now. There's no actual holes cut out. I have to set limitations for myself. I can't just keep like trying to perfect something for too long. I have to call it quits at a certain point. So, you know, there's compromises that I made with my limited skill set. Some of these have holes cut out. Some of these don't. Some of them are sort of not actually connected to the inside there. Just a nice little slot for it to go in. I think I used a Boolean modifier and it didn't cut all the way through. I like the way these ones turned out. These, what are they, like AV ports? I think they look pretty nice. This top section, this is one of the more interesting parts of the NES. I did an array modifier here, and again, it's kind of modular. I just sort of clipped it in there, as opposed to fusing it as it is like that. I kept it simple. Let's see. The inside, the bottom half of the inside is still just a solid face, so there's really no guts to it. I didn't go so far as to add a 72-pin connector or all the, chipsets and whatnot, and how everything actually realistically connects with cables. It's even missing the controller ports right now. LED light is just a sphere with a emission material applied to it on red. There's the cube around the outside of the LED light with a plastic or a glass type material. I think two of these labels, were converted to mesh and then sort of combined with the buttons. This one was just I left it as text and then I shrink wrapped it with a slight offset to the face there. So I was just trying out different methods and what those things really mean in terms of creating the model. So again, really basic, not too basic, but it's fairly basic, because it's very blocky and very cube-like. But I think it turned out pretty well in the end. Maybe these are too close together. You need to get... If you're really getting down into the nitty-gritty, you're trying to get the same sort of shadows and the same kind of gaps between the objects. And this seems to fit a little too perfectly. Probably because it's just a flat face that it's connecting with. So, yeah, obviously always room for improvement. Final output, something like this. Just a little rotate around 360 degree over 250 frames, 24 frames per second. I think it's passable. It's, again, not the exact right shape, but it's good enough. If I was to go further, I'd look into what kind of textures to use to replicate that sort of fine plasticky surface. Right now, it's kind of just pretty basic. But yeah, that's what I did. That's how it is. That's it for the day. Have a good one, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.